Hello, welcome back to another edition of Junkyard Hack. We're finally back on the Biscayne, and this time we're doing the brakes, namely the rear brakes. I saved you the agony of me hammering off the rear brake drums. There was a lot of cussing involved. I don't have any fire or torch or anything like that, so I was relegated to a ball peen hammer and PB blaster. I sprayed this thing on Thursday, began beating it on Thursday, tapping it around, all around, moving it around, tapping it. And Friday it was raining, so I didn't work on it, but I began again this morning. Today's Saturday. So that goes to show you what the level of this is. These brakes here on the left side here are pretty standard. They look good. Brake shoes look about, I don't know, not too bad. All the hardware's there, ready to go. Now, on the right side, we have the brake delete model. For some reason, somebody removed the brakes, all the hardware and everything like that from this side and never replaced it. Maybe they were going to do a brake job before they junked it or something, whatever. This is the brake delete model, or Bluetooth brakes, whatever you prefer. Anyway, what we're going to do today is what I had planned on doing, let's go back, was replacing the wheel cylinders, running lines up to the junction block, up to the front, because it has front brakes now, but no back brakes, and all the lines are going to be replaced, obviously, new wheel cylinders and what have you. I was trying to hope I could reuse the hardware and even the brake shoes if they were decent. And if the right side looked like the left side did, that's exactly what I would have done. But as it stands, I got to order hardware. Might as well order new brake shoes while I'm at it. So what we're going to do is hose this down. So just bear with me a second. Okay, bear with me. I'm sniffling. It's cold out here. And I got the remnants of a cold left over, so I'm sniffling, so I apologize for that. What I've done is I've gotten the cheapest brake cleaner from AutoZone, Valvoline that they had, and that's what I'm using here. I'll hose this all down, clean it all out. And let that sit a while I do that. I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, this is a right or left side. So let's get this sprayed down. Bear with me. Cobweb remover. And there you go. We're going to get this sprayed down, let it sit a while, and then we're going to go try to remove the wheel cylinders. And that's about it. That's all I'm going to do today because I don't have the hardware. So what I like to do is get the wheel cylinders in whenever I get the hardware and then start connecting everything up. In the meantime, today what I'm going to do is just remove the wheel cylinders from the right and the left, and that's it. So stand by. Okay, we're inspecting the drums from the rear, and this one came off the left side, the side with the brakes, and there's a big chunk missing out of the braking surface in there. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was banged or hit, I don't know, but anyway, that makes this that makes this brake drum worthless, so this has got to be replaced. And checking the right side, looks like there's a bunch of pry marks in there, bang marks, pry marks, whatever, and this surface is rusty. I'm not sure. I beat the shit out of it to try to get it off, so I'm sure there's some cracks around the cast iron or something. So both these brake drums are going to have to be replaced. For the meantime, until the brake drums come in, I can slap them on there to get something when I get the whole thing in there. But hopefully everything will come together, and when we get all the parts together, we can put it all together. So hopefully that'll be the case. So right now we're going to try to get this right side wheel cylinder out. And that's all we're going to do today, just to do that. Maybe we'll do some POR 15 of the rear frame or something if I can do that. But other than that, that's all we're going to do today. So stand by. Okay, wheel cylinder on the right side was real easy to get off. No frozen bolts or anything like that, which indicates to me, or leads me to believe, that they were going to replaced this wheel cylinder. It was probably new at some point, maybe right before this car was put off the road and junked. And they were going to probably put brakes and hardware in there. They never got around to it. So I tried loosening the bolts up on the left side of the wheel cylinder. I left everything intact, but just trying to loosen the bolts up. They came off, but they were a little stiff, a little bit more stiff. So probably a newer wheel cylinder put on there, and they just never finished the job. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to leave everything intact on the left side. I use that as a point of reference. And I'm going to take this drum, put it back on there, and we'll put some anti-seize on it to stop the madness so I can get it off again. So, but anyway, that's it for now. That's all we're going to do today. So sorry about a boring video, if it's a boring video, but that's a lot of times what it takes when you're working on cars. It's a lot of boring stuff you got to contend with to get to the good stuff. So one of the good things I want to tell you about before closing out this video is I got some front valances for this car that we're missing. Excuse my camera work. Anyway, these front valances, they're hard to find. When you do find them on eBay or something, they're like $400 or some ridiculous price, whatever. But I got these for pretty much a song. They were a little bit pricey, but they weren't too bad. And I'm glad I got them. So now I can get the proper lights to put in there. As you see, this one's banged up a little bit, and this one here has some rust issues going on, but I'm going to fix that up. That one there I'm probably going to leave and just clean it up and paint it and go with it. This car's it's a beater, it's a cruiser, and it's got a lot of character, as we would say. So this is going to be called character here. I'm going to fix this rust, obviously, but the banged up parts aren't going to matter too much, and that's the reason why I got them so cheap. So it looks kind of naked in the front without them. And what I did was, you notice here, I got these goofy turn signal lights that are actually from the 67 Galaxy. These are 67 Galaxy front turn signal lights that I just hung on the bumpers and wired up so I could see if the turn signals worked, and they do. But anyway, these valances are going to go in, and I'll get these turn signal lights off, and something else that'll be better in there. So also got a front bumper piece. This is a 3-piece bumper. If you notice, you see the splits there, and I got that front piece. It's all banged up. I got that in the garage. So whenever I do take this bumper off, I'll replace it with a good one, clean it all up, and there you go. So, but anyway, that's the fun stuff. Unfortunately, you got to get through contend with the boring stuff to get to the fun stuff. But that's the way it goes when you're dealing with classic and old cars. So anyway, we close out this video. Have a great weekend, and start wrenching. I'm 60 years old. I just turned 60. I got into this game late, and some days I'm sore. Today it's cold. But I'm out here. I'm trying to do my best. I don't work like the young guys do, but I do what I can. And it takes a little bit longer, but, it's a hobby. So anyway, on that happy note, take care of yourselves. God bless you and your families, and have a safe one. Bye-bye.